Hey, welcome everybody! I'm Blaise Fiedler, a professional photographer based in the south of France, and today I welcome you to part 3 of how to master the Pixel X800C. This is the most exciting part. This is the part where we are talking off-camera flash through intelligent triggering systems. I have here a pair of X800C and top-of-the-line Canon flash, the 580 EX2, and we're going to be synchronizing all these little friends together. So, something that you need to understand is that Canon has a triggering system called the Canon wireless optical TTL mode. The Pixel master this language. So they can talk with between each other, of course, but also with the Canon's system in this optical mode. We're going to be seeing that. But Pixel have also invented a radio triggering mode, proprietary. So basically, this guy is not invited to that party. He doesn't have any radio system integrated. These two do. So let's start first with Canon's optical wireless TTL system. So how do I get there? These are my basic modes, you know, ETTL, multi, etc. Here I need to stay pressed on this button to arrive to the remote control modes. You have to decide whether your flash is going to be a master flash or a slave. Master, he's the one giving the orders. Slave, he's the one waiting for the orders. So the one that you have on your camera is always the master flash, and that's how you arrive it, just by pressing once on that button. Off camera, so there's no cable between these two. Let me here just click on remote once and click on remote, long click on remote twice, and I arrive into the slave mode. Here it's still from the part 2 of my tutorial, put in S1 mode. I want to change that. I want to put this in what they call the normal mode, but I really think is a very intelligent mode. Okay, so here we go. I'm in mode normal, and here it says slave B. Well, we're going to see in a second what this B actually means. Okay, now let me move back here to my master mode. We've got this one in master, this one in slave. So good, but we're not there yet. There's a couple of things you need to absolutely check before you start having fun with that. First is that they are talking the same language. In other words, if you have one in radio mode and the other in optical mode, that's not going to work. So what do I mean here? Look at this guy here. The first icon, it looks like you're going to actually be using your phone, different strength system. That means that it's in radio mode. And the slave here, that little sparkle, means that it's in optical mode. So that's not going to work. We said we're going to start with optical mode, so I'm just going to be pressing one here once quickly, and there you go. I'm in optical mode here, optical mode there. That's a good start, but not yet a home run. The second thing that you need to check is that they are both in the same channel. This is really like a TV. If you're watching your TV but not in the right channel, you're not going to be seeing the program you want to see. And this is exactly the same thing. All your flashes need to be in the same channel. If they're in another channel, they're ignored completely, okay? So how do I get to the channel? This is this little icon here, CH. So 1, 2, 3, channel 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? So let me put them all in channel 1. This is in channel 1, and this is already in channel 1. But if I wanted to get there, 1, 2, 3, and I can just change my channels. Okay, so channel 1, optical mode. I am pretty good now, pretty good. So let me just turn this flash towards you so you have a sense of what's happening here. Okay. Now let's look at this second icon that says AB, and let me put it. It's really in the start the easiest way and put this in all. What does that mean? It means I'm in ETTL mode and everything's going to be firing the same. They're going to be all contributing likewise to the exposure. And let's go. Really, I think I'm good to go here. Let me put this in manual focus. Perfect. There we go. I don't know if that's obvious for you, but it's firing. And you see here, it even displayed suddenly ETTL. It's getting the signals. Okay, I'm triggering. It's all going very well. Now, let's see what we can do from here. If I find my flashes are not powerful enough, I just click here plus and minus, go +1, and bam, there you go. I'm sending this signal across my optical flashes. Okay, let me put this back down to 0. Now let's look at this icon. It's very important. You see, for this little icon here has a sort of no parking signal here. Well, that means that actually my master flash is not contributing to the exposure. It is sending communication signals. It's telling my slaves, hey guys, ready to wake up, give me some information on your exposure. This is when I want you to go. And bam, they're going. Except that if you have this no flash or disable the master flash, when it really comes a time where to make this exposure, the master flash is turned off. Now I turn it on. They're both contributing to the exposure. Now this could be very useful if you actually don't want the flash that's on your camera to contribute at all. You just go here and you turn this off. Okay? Now again, you have the feeling it's still going, but it's just communication protocol. It's not actually contributing to the exposure. Okay, now let's let me turn this back on, and let me go now into more subtle modes here. We have this as all. Let me move this here into AB mode. Okay, AB mode. This is flash A, and this I put him in slave B. Now I can manage ratios between flashes. So if I go here, I can put them at the same ratio. This is exactly the same as before if I had them as all. Okay, I go here and they're all flashing at the same ratio. Now, if I want my off-camera flash, flash B, to be much less powerful, it's only contributing a tiny bit. Okay, so I have to go and increase my A and decrease my B. So how do I do that? Well, simply here. Okay, this is the maximum I can go, 8:1. That means that my flash A is contributing 8 times more to the exposure than my flash B. And I can go the other way around as well. You see, for instance, here, okay, 8:1. This now means that my flash B is contributing substantially more than my flash A. So it's great because now you can really just say, well, I want only a tiny bit of this flash to actually be used in the exposure, but a lot of my off-camera flash. And I also have flash bracketing that I can use if I so desire. Okay, now let's bring another friend to the party. Let me just turn the Canon 580 EX2 on and put it in optical mode. So how do I do that? I just press this zoom button, and the first thing it says it's off. I'm in master mode and I'm in slave mode. Okay, so the Canon can be both master and slave, exactly like these. If you have a Canon 430 EX2, it can only be slave. So this one, and of course the pixels, can be master or slaves. So we need to first set the channel and the group. How do you do that? Well, the user interface is not fantastic here. This is the group ABC. I'm going to be putting it in group B, and the channel. Just press repeatedly until you get channel 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, it's only going to work if I put it in channel 1 because all the others are in channel 1 as well. Good. Channel 1, channel 1, channel 1, master, slave, and slave, group B, group A. Good. Now let's start. I'm going to just be triggering them all. So I go here and all. Bam. 1, 2, 3. There you go. They're all triggering beautifully. Let me change this to AB. Here I go. 1 eighth, which means A is only delivering an eighth of the power of my group Bs. Okay, now let's have even some more fun. I'm going to be changing this one to group C. C is a strange group because look, here I've got a special mode which says A, B, and here you've got a little C here. So what that means is that I can now completely manage my group C independently of the others. Now you really need to be a master of light to understand all that, but what this means is that A is triggering, is contributing to 1 and B to 8 times more than 1. And C is independent from any of these, and I'm just telling them compared with the right exposure, I should be underexposing it by 2 stops. There you go. And if I just wanted B, C to contribute normally, I would just put this one under +0, and there you go. 8 times more than this one, and this one a normal contribution. There you go. So we've got here a nice party going, but it's a TTL party. And guess what? I can move all these to manual mode. How do I do that? Well, I simply press here the mode button, and I'm in manual. Optical smart manual. I ask him here 1/8. Let's do that. Bam! Look at that. It all changed here. 1/8, 1/8. I love that. It's, for me, it's something like black magic or light magic, really. That this thing is just communicating information through its flash. It's just, this is optical. It's light to these other flashes. Let's have fun because this is so good. Let me move all these to something like full power here. Bam! Here you go. Full power, full power. It's, as I trigger this, it changes. And now let me get just a little bit of light. Sorry, wrong direction. Okay, here we go. Excellent. There you go. Because I'm triggering them all, they're all triggering. And okay, I know you're seeing me coming here. Let me change this to A, B, C. Haha. So here we go. Let's do this. I want A, the flash that's on my camera, to contribute almost nothing. I'm going to put it at 64th of a power. There you go. Okay. Now B, much more. I'm going to be putting at 16th of a power, and group C, 1/4 of a power. Okay. Here we go. Are we ready? There you go. 1/4, 1/16th, and 1/64th. You have to believe me on that one. But it works. It's just, it's crazy. It's beautiful. You have from your flash here full control over manual settings. Okay, this was light magic, beautiful. Now there's a few things you have to be careful about. Because this is optical mode, you need line of sight, or at least you need that the flashes are not too far from your master flash. The slaves aren't too far from your master flash. Here it's fine, the light's bouncing around this studio, and as such, it's doing its job. If you're outdoors where it's already very bright and you're putting these at a certain distance, you're going to run into problems. So as much as it looks like magic, it could cause you some sort of pain if your flashes aren't triggering all the time. Make sure, ideally, you want to point the optical receptor towards your master flash, and then just turn this round so you have the best of both worlds. This thing is looking at the master flash, and the flash itself is contributing to it. Now, of course, what you really want is to be using a radio mode. A radio mode doesn't care about line of sight. It's a very reliable way of communicating, and it's going to cause you only joy because it works. So, radio mode, this is an exclusivity of these Pixels X800C, and it's what I want to show you right now. So for radio trigger, we can get rid of the Canon. The Canon does not have any sort of radio system integrated, at least not this version. This is an exclusive of the Pixel X800C. So it's very easy to move to that. On the master, I just press here until I get to this first icon, which looks like a sparkle here. And I just move this to something that looks like a telephone connection. And I must not forget to do the same thing here. Okay, there we go. We're both, so I've got here the signal, and we are both communicating through radio. Much more reliable than optical system. I can get straight going. Bam, you see I'm good to go immediately. So again, you need to be in the same channel, and the whole aspects of groups work exactly the same. And of course, I'm still in manual mode from my previous experiments. Bam, it's switching automatically here to ETTL. I want to move so that they're both contributing equally to the exposure. So I just go here in all, and I'm good to go. So I'm not going to repeat everything I just said about the optical system, because it's exactly the same here in radio mode. The huge difference is the distance at which you can work, which is much longer, and the reliability of how this works. It's incredibly reliable. Now, if you want to have some fun, you're not limited to ETTL mode or manual mode. You can also do off-camera stroboscopic mode. So here, I have my exposure set to 1 second. Bam, do you see that? It's fantastic. So you can control the strength of both your flashes. Let me put, for instance, here flash B in let's say 1/16 of a power, and flash C, well, I don't have a flash C, so let me just change this mode to AB. Here we go. AB, 1/28, 1/16, I'm good to go. Look, this one is, it displays 1/16, and this one is at 1/28. It works. It's incredible. It's fantastic. I can, in TTL mode, you can also work in high speed sync. So here I'm going from 1 second to, I don't know, 1/500th of a second. Bam. I'm synchronizing across my photo to make it work. And this concludes part 3 of how to master the new Pixel X800C. We've reviewed the basic 3 modes: ETTL, manual, multi. We've reviewed the smart or simple S1, S2 mode. We've reviewed in depth Canon's optical TTL communication system that can actually work in TTL and in manual mode. And then we've had a good look into Pixel's exclusive integrated radio triggering system, which brings all the convenience of Canon's optical system, but with the reliability on top of that of radio system. So I hope you've learned a lot with the X800C. I recommend to check the different firmware that Pixel release to continue making this flash even better and perhaps even more compatible with other systems. And I wish you absolutely beautiful light with your new flash. I'm Blaise Fiedler, a photographer in the south of France, and I wish you the best. Bye there.